Skateboarding started out in the 1950s by a group of teenage surfers. Rideable waves weren't always a guarantee, so the surfers invented a way to ride when the waves were flat. They attached a piece of wood to the bottom plates of roller skates, and street surfing was born.
They had like 2x4s that they would use, and they would get the old trucks and wheels from rollerblades, and they would actually like put those on the 2x4s, and that was what they would use as like the first skateboards.
Surf shops would later discover the new invention, and sure enough, skateboards would hit the market. The boards sold at the shops were shaped just like surfboards, only smaller. The wheels were steel, and the trucks were small and loose for that realistic surf feel.
The wheels weren't like what the wheels are today, but what they're made out of. Like, one pebble was crucial, like, because the wheels were made out of steel. Like, one pebble will like, just send you flying off your board. I want your money too. I just want to make love to
you. Urethane wheels were then invented and would change the image of skateboarding forever.
And like, they had these urethane wheels. It's made out of oil. You don't like slide everywhere. It's like just a smooth ride.
In the early 70s, freestyle skating, or commonly known today as street skating, took over. Freestyle skaters would skate on flat ground and did tricks such as 360s, handstands, wheelies, and power slides.
And that was when a lot of the really cool tricks started coming about, because people stopped just riding around and they started actually doing some pretty sick things.
It's like they would go on two wheels, like nose manuals, and do like 360s on two wheels, and like just keep going to like 540s, 720s, and all that kind of stuff.
Freestyle skating permanently changed once Rodney Mullen entered the skateboarding world in 1977. Although Rodney's dad frowned upon skateboarding, Rodney found loopholes and skated anyway. Because of this, Rodney Mullen is now known as the godfather of street skating due to the never-ending list of tricks he invented.
Rodney Mullen, dude. Don't even get me started. We don't have hours, dude. Like, I can talk about him forever. Alright, so basically all the tricks that I do today, or everyone around the world does today, is based off Rodney Mullen's.
He just basically like invented skateboarding, more or less. All the tricks that I'm doing today, all the tricks that everybody does today, it was thanks to him, because he would like just freestyle and come up with all these different ideas that nobody ever thought of doing before, like kick flips and shove it. And I have to say, he's probably like the biggest icon of skateboarding.
While the rest of the world was freestyle skating, a small group of skaters known as the Z-Boys in Dogtown or Santa Monica, California did their own thing. Skaters like Stacy Peralta and Tony Alva took it up a notch and skated empty swimming pools to really mimic how a wave felt like.
They would just be sneaking into people's houses. They would be like just like shredding pools, and it was just crazy. Nobody cared.
They would have a list of like every neighbor in town, and just like they would know when they're going on vacation and like hop their fence, drain their pools, and just start skating the pools. Like no one even thought of that. That's where like vert skating like came out of.
Skaters just started off carving the pools or riding around. Then they started riding higher and higher, and eventually started grinding the edges of the pool.
The pool skating whole thing, like the whole like idea of it was just carving it, like grinding it, and like the big goal was like to make your board over the light of the pool, like light inside the pool. But when Jay Adams, like one of like the sickest skateboarders back in the day, like he actually like went into the air, like all 4 wheels went into the air and like just landed back into the pool. Like nobody even thought of that. Nobody thought it was possible on skateboard.
Jay Adams was the first person ever to get air off a pool. This was the beginning of vert skateboarding. Skate parks opened with pools made especially for skateboarding, half pipes, and quarter pipes. Immediately, vert skaters mastered the style of vert and made it their own by pushing the limits and doing their own things no one has seen before. Tony Hawk was made famous when he did the first ever 900-degree spin on a half pipe in 1980.
All of a sudden, he starts carving the half pipe, and he catches some major air, and he is the first person ever to do a 900. That's 3.5 spins. And everybody was going crazy, everybody was talking about it. Nobody ever thought that like they could spin that much and still land back on the board. It was crazy.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day.
As skateboarding was on its rise, various skate companies held skate competitions. The first contest was the Del Mar Nationals held in California in 1975. The course was split into 2 sections, the downhill slalom and the freestyle section. Today, skate competitions include half-pipes, rails, pyramids, and mega ramps. Some of the biggest contests are the Maloof Money Cup, Tampa Pro, and the X Games.
So, the thing about skateboarding as it evolved was that like you slowly started to like realize there was like 2 categories, and there always seemed to be like there were like the vert skaters, which were all the people that'd be skating like half pipes and quarter pipes and all the parks, and then there were like the street skaters, which were the people that would like find spots, like they would find a ledge like in town, or they would find a set of stairs or find a handrail or something, and they would skate that. So then when all the contests started getting really big, like all the X Games and stuff, almost all of that was basically just vert skating. Like you see the people going down like the huge ramps and they're getting like big air and like they're like flying and stuff like that. Like it's so much different from street skating.
And like leaves like us street skateboarders like yeah, what am I gonna do here? Like it's all vert, I skate street.
All the publicized stuff wasn't really for them.
This recently changed when pro skater Rob Dyrdek made Street Leagues in 2010.
So that's where like Street League comes along. Like that's like a contest just for like street skateboarders, like invented by Rob Dyrdek and like Steve Berra. Like it's that big that it's on ESPN every year. It's only on street skateboarding, stairs, handrails, ledges, like everything that we skate and get in trouble for. It's like finally a contest.
And like he had like gaps and ledges and handrails and stuff like all built in to replicate like a regular street setup that you'd find somewhere like in your town or something like that. And all like the pro skaters come and they all compete for like what is it, like $200,000 or something like that. And it's really cool because they have it on ESPN every year and it's a new thing and it's really like changing skateboarding now.
Let's bring him in, big section.